Hi, my name is Jessica Romero,
And my name is Irani Alonso.
and today we're going to be talking about toxicity and health.
Let's go on a tour to give you guys a look on what our faculty and students at HEA think of toxins and pesticides. Good morning. I'm here with Ms. Sanchez Soriano, a teacher at HEA, and I'm here to ask her some questions about toxins and pesticides. Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
What do you think would be a toxin?
A toxin is any substance that somehow gets into your body, in your system, and is definitely going to harm it by interfering with your cellular processes.
And how do you think those toxins come into the environment?
Well, most of them are human produced. Most of them. Actually, I would say all of them because they're produced throughout because of the human interaction with the environment. Fumes, pollution, etc., that we created. We humans created. Other than that, everything is natural and in nature, and we can't find the word. Like nature, it belongs to nature. No, I can't find the word. Okay, that doesn't matter. But basically, toxins are created by humans. Yes.
And what effects do you think can have on human health because of it?
What is the effect?
Yeah, on human health.
Oh well. Thousands of effects, different effects. Many of them we don't even know the real effects because as time goes by and different toxins appear and we get affected, then we see how it affects our body and our system along the years. Sometimes the effect doesn't see right there immediately. It's not like an immediate effect. Sometimes it's going to take many years. So it's a slow research. Some are pretty obvious, but imagine before when tobacco was allowed and it was a natural thing and it was a correct habit, okay, a totally acceptable habit, nobody knew that it was harming, it was becoming toxin, okay, until years passed by and then we understood the effects of it, okay, along the time. So it depends.
And also one last question, ma'am. What do you think can be a solution for all these toxins in our environment?
Oof. Pues we need to learn to live with less, more ecologically, and that's extremely difficult at this point because the amount of population that we have is huge, and the population is increasing exponentially. And so that's a big issue because I don't know. I guess we have to become to a balance. We have to get a balance where we learn to live with some toxins and learn to fight them, but at the same time, we need to control them and try to obtain what we need from nature without harming it. It is really difficult at this point, but it's a huge research that they are doing. Most countries are doing, not all of them, of course. But yes, that's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here with a fellow HEA student, Adeline, and I'm going to ask her some questions on what she thinks about pesticides. So, Adeline, what do you think are some human health issues caused by pesticides?
I've heard that some fruits have carcinogens, which they leave a white residue, so that can harm you and give you diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and they can damage your internal tract.
Good. And also, what do you think are some ways where we can prevent these issues from happening due to the pesticides?
We can educate ourselves on where we buy our fruits, and we can also wash them more carefully.
Hi, I'm here today with Glenda Perez, a fellow student at HEA, and we're going to ask her a few questions. Glenda, do you know what's a pesticide?
Pesticides are used to kill off insects in agriculture and to kill off bad bacteria.
Okay, do you know how it affects your health?
Yes, it is proven to cause chronic disease and cancer.
Do you know any solutions for this?
Well, we can educate ourselves.
HEA, I'm going to ask her some questions. Miss, what is a toxin?
A toxin is a poison or venom that are caused by microorganisms.
What kind of things can cause a toxin to appear in the environment?
Microorganisms, those are the ones that produce the toxins most of the time.
And what is a pathogen?
A pathogen, it's again, it's microorganisms that can cause diseases.
And do you know what are pesticides?
Yes, pesticides are the substances used to kill microorganisms and other pests that you can find in animals and plants.
Do you know how it affects our health?
I've heard that pesticides can sometimes cause cancer and sometimes some type of lung diseases, respiratory diseases.
Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm here with a fellow classmate, Elijah, and I'm going to ask him some questions on pesticides and pathogens. So Elijah, what do you think are the 5 main categories of pathogens?
I don't know, but I know that pathogens are very bad.
Where do you think are the most common places where you can find pathogens?
Places like dusty places, like the metro rail.
So would you say very populated places like the
Yes.
metro rail, the
Yes.
metro bus?
Yes.
Yes, you're correct. A lot of airborne pathogens can be found there as well.
Hi, I'm here with Rafael Rodriguez, one of our students at HEA, and I'm going to ask him a few questions. Ralph, what is a pathogen?
A pathogen is something that causes diseases and messes with your health system.
Okay, and what are the 5 main categories of pathogens?
Well, I really don't know all 5 main categories, but I know a couple, which include bacteria, viruses, and fungus.
Okay, and where are pathogens mostly common?
Pathogens are mostly found in overpopulated areas, including New York, Times Square, China, and hospitals.
Thank you so much for your time.
After interviewing our fellow Bulldogs here at HEA, here's some information we found out about toxicity and health. For example, we found out that a toxin is an antigenic venom or poison from origin of plants or animals. Many things can cause toxins, mostly at the fall of human activity. Chemicals emitted by factories and cars and lead paint are some examples of these toxins.
A pathogen is a bacterium, virus, or other microorganisms that can cause disease. A pesticide is a substance used for destroying insects or other organisms harmful to cultivated plants or other animals.
Detecting human effects can be very difficult to pinpoint on exactly on the exact toxin. For instance, effects caused by lead paint can be seen through effects such as headaches, memory loss, kidney failure, etc.
The health effects of pesticides depend on the type of pesticide. Some can affect the nervous system while others may irritate the skin or eyes. Some effects may be severe more than others.
Airplanes, bathrooms, airports, hospitals, metro rails, subways, or just any public place, very populated for that matter, can be some of the places where you find the most pathogens. In places like this, it's very important to make sure that you keep aware of your surroundings and make sure you have proper sanitation skills.
5 main pathogens are bacteria, virus, fungi, parasites, and protozoa.
Some ways where you can prevent getting such pathogens could be carrying hand sanitizer to clean your hands and personal belongings which you may have touched. Also, cover your mouth when sneezing so you don't spread any airborne pathogens, or just pretty much not touching anything if it's possible. And if you do, just make sure you always clean your hands and not touch anybody or any personal things before cleaning them.
People exposed to pesticides may not get sick until years later. Long-term exposure can cause long-term harm such as cancer and damage to the reproductive system, the liver, the brain, and the other parts of the body.
I'm Yirandi,
And I'm Jessica.
and thank you for watching our video on toxicity and health, and we hope you learned a lot.